Okay, so today's best for last is, the old saying, to be or not to be. Wasn't that Shakespeare or something? This is TB or not TB. What will Tom Brady accomplish in his first year or not accomplish? Joy, here we go.
Tom Brady throws for 30-plus touchdown passes. To TB or not to be?
I think he'll start potentially slow, but it'll be TB.
Okay.
So he has averaged 31 in his career. Jameis threw 33 last year, and that doesn't count the 6 he threw to the other team. So this is not just a good receiving group. This is now the top tight end and receiving group, an upgrade on the offensive line, and a better running back group. So, and LaShawn McCoy can catch. He had 30 catches last year. He's just got a lot of available targets. He's got a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed, and nobody sprinkles it around. And by the way, the targets are also big. Mike Evans is 6'6". Gronk is 6'6". He's got big O.J. Howard, big targets in the red zone.
And there's not a lot of feeling that there's ego involved at this point.
Yeah.
Tom Brady throws for 4,000-plus yards, TB or not TB?
Okay, he's thrown TB. He's thrown for 4,000 yards in 8 of 9 years. I don't even know what he threw for last year, but Jameis threw for 5,100 yards last year. So Brady had 4,000 last year. Think about this. He had no tight end, really. They had no deep threat. Did Edelman play every game, or he had more drops than he'd ever had? So he threw last year, and they had some offensive line issues and no fullback, so no running game. So he was often throwing third and long, and Brady got to 4,000 yards last year. This is the easiest one. He'll throw for over 4,000 yards.
Bucs will have a top 3 offense, TB or not TB?
This is an easy TB. First of all, they were number 3 last year, which is hard to believe, right? You're like, with all those interceptions, they've added Gronk, they've added Brady, they've upgraded the right tackle, they've added LaShawn McCoy. Again, this is to construct an opinion on Tampa, you have to go back to last year. They were a really good team at the end of the year. They were just a turnover-prone mess offensively, but their defense was better. They haven't had good special teams in forever, so that to me is their biggest hang-up. In New England, they always had great special teams. Tampa's special teams historically are a mess. That's the fault with the team. It's not that, but they will have a top 3 offense.
Bucs will make the playoffs, TB or not TB?
Well, that's a TB. Yeah, okay, so again, 7 teams now make the playoffs. 7, that's an extra team. So you can look at about 4 or 5 teams. We know, Arizona is going to be a little over its skis in that division. We know that Carolina's kind of rebuilding. We know Washington is rebuilding. Joe Judge has never coached the game in the NFL. Of the 16 teams, I can take about 4 to 5 you talk yourself out of very quickly. And I do believe they have better personnel significantly on offense than Atlanta. So, yeah, this is a playoff team.
The Bucs will win the NFC South, TB or not TB?
That's a not TB. First of all, the Bucs are the Saints are favored. The Saints have won it 3 years in a row, and the Saints may be the best team in the NFC. When I say that, the Saints have a better O-line than the Bucs, and it's been together longer. And frankly, I think they have a better consistent pass rush than Tampa does. So if you give me a better O-line, D-line, and Sean Payton, and they also added Emmanuel Sanders, so they got plenty of firepower. They will not throw the ball down the field as well as Tampa, but they'll be incredibly efficient. And Tampa's defensive front's really good.
The Bucs will reach the Super Bowl, TB or not TB?
I'm going to say TB. Wild card teams can make it. Okay, so NFC, ask yourself this. The NFC's up for grabs. Who is significantly better? Green Bay? Not really.
San Francisco?
Absolutely. There's no question. But they also play in the toughest division in football, and it's very possible losers of Super Bowls often have a hangover a little. What if San Francisco wins 10 or 11, Tampa wins 12, New Orleans 13, and the game's in Tampa? Then it's interesting.
Tom Brady makes the Pro Bowl, TB or not TB?
No, that's not. There's just too many good quarterbacks. I mean, just think. There's Russell Wilson's going to make it. I mean, you can write that down. Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. Dak's going to put up good numbers. Who else? Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford. There's just too much. Kirk Cousins, by the way, will put up good numbers. There's just too many good quarterbacks. He won't get that.
You're going all in with Tampa this year, huh?
I don't see. You know what it is? I think the two best teams in the NFL are arguably in the AFC.
Ravens and Chiefs.
Yes. And then I think San Francisco depends. Don't love their secondary. Let's see if Brandon Ayuk, the wide receiver from Arizona State, can play. They lost Emmanuel Sanders. Dante Pettis hasn't been what they thought. Let's see how their wide receiving core adapts, if Kittle can stay healthy, if Garoppolo takes another step. But I think the top of the AFC is really great. I think the NFC on Fox is way better. Is it as deep? I mean, it's NFC's deeper. Is it as good at top? I don't know. Like, I'll give you an example. I love Seattle. Their offensive line's a mess. Pro Football Focus ranks their defensive line as 32nd. Philadelphia, Carson Wentz stay healthy. A lot of new pieces on the perimeter offensively. There's everybody that's good, even San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders leaves. George Kittle can get hurt. Can they stay healthy on the weapon side? That's like a real issue for them.
I think that they are a playoff team. I think it's a wild card situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can go from a wild card spot to the Super Bowl.
So The Athletic came out. That subscription, maybe time to cancel. So they ranked every NFL offense 1 to 32.
Right.
So they got 1 right, Kansas City, and they got 32 right, Washington. They call it Washington Football Team.
Yeah.
Every
other spot is wrong.
They have Tampa 11th. So they think Tennessee's offense is better than Tampa.
Well, yeah, I don't agree with that.
Like, does anybody in America? Oh, here's another gem. They have Cleveland's offense at 18th. You got to be out of your mind. Baker drives me nuts. It's a top 12 offense. They're loaded. They got 2 of everything. Hold on. And then they have the Patriots right behind Cleveland at 23rd. They have quarterbacks splitting snaps. They have no deep receiver. 2 rookie tight ends. Dante Scarnecchia retired. Athletic, get your act together. This list is bad.
Who's the top 3?
Well, Kansas City, Baltimore Saints. I got no argument.
Yeah, that's
and I would say they have Dallas 4. Dallas has good personnel. I got no problem with Dallas.
I would have Cleveland higher.
They have Seattle 5th offensively. What?
No.
They've got one of the worst offensive lines in football. This is not good. I'm going to have to rethink. I'm a subscriber to the Wall Street Journal, the LA Times, the New York Times, Bloomberg, the Athletic. I'm going to have to think about things after that.
Maybe make your own list.
There you go. We'll do that. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.